Hey team, wanted to make a video because I just read The Lion Game by Ruth Ware, and it's one of Reese's book club novels. I read it, and I thought it was very interesting. The premise is very interesting. I love when you have an ensemble cast and it's your gal crew, and this, so I really appreciated that. Obviously, the cover in and of itself says that it's not just your average typical gal crew book. It had been like 15 years since they had seen each other, and they were expelled from school due to this drama that had occurred, and somebody it's called The Lion Game. So the Lion Game, they tell it pretty much right away in the book, is to tell lies to people, and see just how much they will believe, see how gullible they are. And I didn't really care for that as the premise of like just something that your gal crew would do. I didn't like that just because it seemed mean and petty. Like, why would you try to, you know, fool people, trick people into believing something that wasn't true just to, like, and then they had a point system, and it wasn't for anything. It was just kind of to, I don't even know, it was just because people didn't have a right to their truths. And like, I can see some of that, like, you don't have to share what you don't want to share, and but some of it was kind of just mean. And but that also came up in the book, like where they met somebody who was just being nice and was being thoughtful, and brought it up at at their school reunion, and like, oh no, because of your family upbringing, because of blah blah, you're related to that famous writer. And then, you know, she actually came clean. She said, I am so sorry, I am not actually related to that person, but everyone knew about The Lion Game. And so they were like, oh, you lied to me, you know, about that. And then, but it was very dramatic, and, you know, the relationships presented, you know, people loved each other, you know, but, you know, and the girl crew, the pure trust, you know, you've seen me dirty, you have seen me, you know, in all of me. But, you know, and they also had the partying elements of experiencing and learning, drinking and doing recreational drugs and things. And that doesn't appeal to me either. I know I did. I drank in college, not none of the drug stuff really. So it's not really my scene. You don't need that to feel free and to be creative and to be together and with your girl crew. You don't need that as a bonding experience. There's so many that you can have. So, but it also ended not as happily. It ended. I don't want to spoil it, but it wasn't necessarily like a happy ending. It was. And you know, people died, and there, you know, there were tales of abuse, and aside from The Lion Game itself, there were drug addicts, and so it wasn't necessarily my kind of story, not my favorite, but I think it had some very interesting themes, because when you are with your friends, you are probably going to encounter difficult times. You're going to have the opportunity to make poor choices, to make good choices. You are going to be asked to back people up and to take care of each other. So I just think, you know, it does touch on that. And they did break a law, and so that was an element, and they were worried about losing their role in society. And I thought that what they had done wasn't necessarily as serious as they were playing it out, but it still had serious ramifications. But obviously, otherwise they wouldn't have been so worried. But then it turned out completely different, and then it was a drama. It was drama. So drama, drama, drama. So, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel about it. I think you should read it, just so we can have a conversation about it. So, I'm trying not to give you spoilers. I probably already did, but that is this book club book video. That's all for now. Bye.